Past that point, I did something, y'all. It's gonna be like a part two, I guess. It's gonna have to be the part two of SLL because I don't know. I clicked something, it froze, and I clicked something. So anyway, past that point, she lost. So anyway, he comes in and they start doing the podcast, and she was like, "I thought you was gonna leave me," so I was making. So we don't have that. Somebody asked if they had a prenup, and she said, "No, we got a postnup." And he talked about how lavish she wanted the wedding and stuff to be, and they said about 15 years in, it got kind of tough because she said she thought that she was gonna leave him, and he said all he thought about was providing for his family. When his kids came to him to do homework problems and shit, he just shoot them off. And he felt like that was his responsibility. That's something that she should do. Then he said he just provided, but he didn't do no kind of mental connection and shit. So she did a post note because she said she didn't want him to leave her someplace where she didn't know anybody and she didn't have anything. And the prenup didn't consist of anything with money. It's just that she wanted her kids. She didn't want to have to fight him for her kids, so that was in the prenup. So anyway, he started talking about how he didn't do his part, how he wasn't there. He started crying. It was so touching to hell. Even I started crying. And then you look down, this hoe ain't turned the record button on. They ain't record shit. So anyway, it was crazy. So we back with Monica and her girls and she in the house. And she trying to tell them, I think they're having a prom or something. And they got blow up balloons and she don't know how to do it. So anyway, while they blowing up balloons, the little girl said, I see Bo Me or My B or whatever the fuck they call her mother. She pulled up outside, so she tell her, don't let her in the house. Y'all stay in here. So anyway, she goes outside and she see her mother. And she said, I'm sick of this. You get mad at me, you take my car and shit, and so you leave me without no car, and I'm sick of this. And you just can't do this to me no more. And she said, well, we need to go to therapy. And she was like, I don't want to go to therapy. We ain't to therapy. So you see, Monica and her confessional, we're red on it. Look okay. Well, she look nice. And she says that when her mama go to therapy, she don't be herself. She be somebody totally different, and I can relate to that. I think people do that too, so they can get it good. So she said it ain't gonna work. So mother said, please just think about it, just try. So she said, here's a peace offering. And she's like, bitch, this ain't no peace offering. This you give me the car back that I paid for, but I ain't able to drive because you got it and it's in your name. So anyway, she get her back her keys to her mama, and she said it's a long walk home. Her mother looked like what? And she was like, I'm not taking you home. And Monica, you should have took your mother home. I ain't got nothing to do with y'all shit, but you should have took your mother home. Yeah, so she made her mother walk back. So anyway, we had Heather's event happens, and it's weird because Lisa come out and she's singing, and everybody not feeling it, and she look out there and she can see Angie and Monica laughing, and she kind of irritated by that. So anyway, Angie says that she hadn't got any calls or anything, text or anything from Lisa, so she think Lisa mad. So uh Monica and Lisa just don't mix. So anyway, before the event, I think it's before somewhere in there, Monica tells Meredith is there, and she tells Meredith. Monica tells Meredith that what you call said nobody want to be her mother or some shit like that. And she was like, what? And she was like, yeah. She said that shit to me. So so um, they had the event and I think Heather's book is good. She reads an excerpt from her book about how she met another person on a mission who had his tag in his shirt because in Amsterdam he can't wear it. But when he got to the airport where you pick up your luggage at, he put it back on and she saw. And he was worried about her reporting him. And she's like, no, I'm not going to. I don't care nothing about that. But she was just saying that, she know how hard. It just felt like she know how close she want to get to God, but it's just so many rules and she can't follow them. To me, it's what it seemed like. So anyway, Monica did tell Meredith that, as Lisa said, that her own mother that nobody want her not her own mother. So Meredith gives advice to Monica, and she said, "Don't react, respond." And she was like, "I probably won't do that shit." So, um, like I said, they're making jokes and shit while Lisa sang. So the place is packed, and she reads that excerpt, and it affects a lot of people. And um, if you got your book with you, she gonna sign it. And it was people in line telling her how her book helped them or affect them or what was going on in their lives. And she said that it fulfills her that she wants to write a second book until I think she is gonna write a second book until she can figure out where she wanna be at. I think Mary had hit the nail right on the head when she said that she wanted it all and you can't. You gotta surrender something. And I think not just her religion with Mormons, but I think it's with every religion, and that's why I don't follow religion. I follow God. Yeah, the things that Jesus do, which is be kind, be loving, be great. You know, the fucking fruits of the spirits. One of them is not cussing, of course, but that's what I'm saying. That dark side of you and the God side, you have to really choose, because He only can dwell in holiness. Yeah. So with that, oh no no no! I can't ready to get off of this thing. Lisa invites Angie over to her house to talk. And she like, you hiding stuff from me, and you ain't supposed to hide stuff from me. You being scared ain't my problem, it's your problem. Angie said, well, every time I try to tell you that I want to be friends with somebody, you get fucked up with it. She said, well, you told me that you didn't like Monica. She said, but that you didn't like Monica, and y'all ain't nothing in the relation. And she said, it's right, that's true. But I also didn't tell you that I met up with Monica and me and her talk, and we decided we want to squash this. Well, why didn't you tell me that? She said, because whenever she said, when I tried to yank you, pull on your clothes at the sound bath, you pulled away from me, which is extremely embarrassing. I mean, I pulled away from you because, no, you because you didn't understand. You pulled away from her because you're jealous, because you don't want Angie to like anybody or spend time with anybody more than you like her. It's not Heather's fault it's not Angie's fault that Heather came over to her. She went over to Heather's and they painted bird houses and they made up. They've been friends with before they even think they even knew you. They was in school together, had a little crisscross, and now they back straight. You make everything about you, everything. I don't even see how your husband can stand it. He don't have no room to shine because everything. I ain't never in my life, never. And then if I did, I'm thinking somebody that's like a billionaire. You just a regular ass woman that got some vodka. Everything is about you. Everything. And it's sad. I don't even think you see it. So anyway, with that, I'm sick of talking about the real house wives of Salt Lake City. I don't want to talk about them with y'all again until next week. Ooh, this recap was only 7 minutes and 50. Ooh, this is a little recap. It was alright. It was okay. It's nothing in here that really that really got me. Um, no, nothing. It was all right. I mean, going to Mary's house was nice. And then seeing Mary really interact with somebody besides Meredith, with her acting like an asshole, that was nice to see her too, to just really talk and compliment somebody. You know what I'm saying? She just, so I wasn't really feeling Mary, but I could tolerate her in this episode. And what else was there? Anything else that fuck with me? No, not nothing. So anyway, you spent 8 minutes and 34 seconds with me. Could have been anywhere in the world, but I'm so glad you're here with me. I'll talk with you later. Bye now.